SSH key associated with root directory. In OS X, Linux, how do I get to the SSH keys with my root directory?
In OS X, SSH keys are stored in ~/.ssh/id_DSA and ~/.ssh/id_RSA, where tilde is the home folder of the user. Normal users' home folders are generally stored in /users/, but root's home folder, on OS X, not on Linux, is /var/root. To get to these from your root directory, i.e. /, simply use the cd command as you normally would, although bear in mind that only root is likely to have access to /var/root. Alternatively, you can access hidden folders, those whose names begin with a dot from the Finder by selecting Go to Folder from the Go menu and typing the desired path into the input box that comes up. Bear in mind that you will need to activate the root user before you can log in using it on the client version of OS X. Be certain you know what you're doing and understand the risk before you enable the root user, especially if you're going to do so on a computer that arbitrary machines will be able to SSH into.
Not entirely sure what you are asking. But for Linux SSH files, public RSA, authorized keys, etc., are stored in ~/.ssh. So for root they would be /root/.ssh/. Not sure if this is the same for OS X though.
In OS all SSH keys are generally stored under the user/.ssh directory of course, you can move them anywhere if needed, may be needed for access to EC2 due to permissions. Chances are since you are asking, you may not have an SSH key generated yet. So let's start there first. From the terminal window simply run SSH keygen d and you can then follow the prompts. Once complete if you were to browse to your terminal, and then once it is open simply type cd SSH. You should be able to view your SSH keys. If you wish to copy the SSH key to another Linux/Nix-based system simply use scp scp-sshi.dsa.pub, or whatever name you gave it, www.servernameorapaddress.com/root/ssh/authorized_keys2. I would suggest always using the D option when doing the keygen simply because RSA keys are generally not used in version 2 of SSH. I hope that helps. If not, feel free to ask for clarification and I will help you along. One last note. If you are looking to use root on your system, this link may help you a little bit. This URL.
There is no OS Linux, maybe you mean OS Unix. There is no SSH folder under root on OS. You have to create it under /var/root. You can place your private key there. In case you get a warning about unprotected private key file, you need to change permissions to your key. Will look like this.
SSH